So hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to take you along as I finish off this F250. We're going to put the bed on it. We're going to find a bumper for the rear and wire up the lights in the back. So come on along with me as I finish it up.
Kind of say that, but it is important. The channel has really been doing well lately.
So after laying down this urethane primer, I've rough sanded it with some 400 and then mixed up some of this white Nason paint. It's a single stage urethane paint, super easy to use, tough as nails. Just got the paint, the reducer, and the hardener in there. The mixing ratios were even on the can. It was so simple, and it sprays really nice. So I'll mix this up, and I wiped down the truck and the bed before I shot it, and then sprayed it. Back here on the back of the truck, what we're looking at is the rear harness that goes to the lights in the back. The previous owner had hacked into the harness with these little Scotch lock connectors so he could put a trailer harness on it. And I don't think I would do it that way. And if you wanted to add it, you could add one properly at this point here. So I'm going to take it and take all this stuff off there, clean it up, take the Scotch locks off of it. What I'm going to do here is I'm just going to cut that whole center section out of it and get rid of those Scotch locks. And all the stuff is color coded here. No issue matching back what the wires were. And I'm going to throw that junk straight in the trash. Right here I'm just clipping off some little pieces of some shrink tubing, heat shrink tubing, to put over the soldered connections when I'm done. And you have to put these on first. I'll slip them down on the wires before I go to solder anything. I think it was 5 wires I had here. Go ahead and bare the ends on it. Put the heat shrink on first. And take the rear end of the harness, twist them all together nice and tight. I've got several different solder guns that I use for different deals. This one here is a little Weller gun that I've had for a long time, and it'll get hot, and it'll get hot in a hurry. So I like to use it a lot out here like this. If I'm doing some real fine, small soldering, I have a little pencil solder gun that I use. Solder all these nice and tight together, make sure the solder's flowing. Go ahead and pull all the heat shrink over the solder joints. And this is just a little inexpensive heat gun. I think I bought it at Harbor Freight. Works really good. It gets super hot. You can actually melt that stuff completely off with it, so just be gentle with it when you're doing it. Works perfect. It seals that wire up tight as a drum. And then I go ahead and get some good 3M electrical tape, and I go ahead and wrap it up real nice and tight. And then put that plastic shielding back over it, that loom, to protect it. Now this last part of this video that I'm making here, I have this bed in the backyard when I painted it, and I had this little roll around contraption that I made so I could move it when I needed to. So my neighbor Butch across the street, always a handy guy, came over to help me lift this thing up. So we're going to lift it up and we're going to set it down on some moving blankets that I had so we can slide it through the gate opening and then put it back on this triangular contraption so that we can roll it over by the truck.
Slide it back toward us?
Yeah. I'm going to pick it up. There you go. Pretty nice to have some good, strong back neighbors that are willing to help. So really the hard part's done there, getting it through the gate and back on the contraption, and rolling it over here toward the truck. As we get it over here close to it, see, we're going to spin it around, and it dang near hits the truck here because it's a little downhill. Watch this right here. So we get it up there and get it kind of in position, and we discuss what we think we're going to do or how we're going to put it up on the back of the truck just with ourselves. You got two more guys here, you're doing a lot better. Now right here, our neighbor across the street, she was curious as to what I was doing and why I had a camera out there, so she hung around, and she's a real sweet lady. So we put a couple of boards across it here so that we could lift it up on the boards and then remove the boards after we're done. It worked out good. Still a backbreaker. Let's take go ahead and drag it just a little bit further forward. So I think I'll end this video here. I surely appreciate you guys watching and subscribing. If you want to, hit that notification bell. I'm going to probably have one more video about finishing this truck up. And we'll see you next time on Steve's Restorations.